Yes, now it
It's
is.
Yeah.
That's the quickest. I must
no,
have bad internet in North Carolina because that's the quickest I've ever seen it come up.
really.
It usually doesn't pop up for me until like 40 seconds in.
It's
Wow,
exactly right. You're right.
wow, wow. I'm not usually looking up in the corner, so I have no input. I don't know when it comes up. Look, did somebody send out a note? I like the color coordination thing, Victoria. Even your bookshelf seems to
To be in agreement, right?
have the message tonight.
Look, this is just chance. I don't own nothing orange. I had to borrow this from my daughter.
Well, she did good. She did good. She did good. Well, we got everything laid out for tonight, and it's going to be a little different show. But you know what? One thing that we have found, we can shift when we need to shift and do
Yep.
whatever it is we need to do. So I'm still kind of excited about um, what we've got going on and what is happening and all the different things. We're going to do our weekend review, and we're going to talk a little bit about Joy 365. Victoria, you have anything about Joy 365?
I can talk about Joy 365 all day long because I'm
All day
so
long.
excited.
Okay. We might talk a little bit about Joy 365 since we're both involved in that project.
Yes, yes,
And we
yes.
got some other things that we need to discuss tonight. But I think we're ready to go ahead and get started. So, Noel, if you want to take us out and do our opening, we're ready to go. Well, good evening, everybody. Oh, you've got your mug, Miss Victoria.
I was just handed this mug.
How nice.
Oh,
How about
okay.
my children? Thank you, dear.
Special, special. Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Authors Up. Very glad to have you with us this evening. We've got a good, an interesting, and a different show planned for you tonight. So we're glad that you are able to be with us. But we're going to start off like we usually do, and that is with our weekend review. And Victoria, I'm gonna put you,
First,
I'm not gonna say I'm gonna put you on the spot, but I'm gonna let you go first. And
week in review. I won't talk about all the bad stuff. I'm going to talk about the good stuff.
good
There you
stuff.
go.
Good stuff.
This week, Elder Andrea and I are a part of a book, a best-selling book. I'm speaking it in advance, a best-selling Amazon book. It is called Joy 365.
Yes.
It is an amazing collaboration of 365 authors who have come together, and we have compiled a book that is dedicated to joy. It is a devotional book, and each of the authors I have contributed to it have talked about how to have more joy in your life. And I know on mine, I did a scripture, then I talked about joy, and then I had an affirmation. So, and I believe the main book is the devotional, and so every day of the year, you'll have a different author talking to you about joy. And then the accompanying journal affirmations book, you can write in it, and it has the affirmations from the authors as well. So we are in our pre sale um, phase where we are, and I'm offering the book for $45 for both books, and then each individual book is $24.99. So if you would like your copy of the book, thank you, thank you, thank you, your copy of the book. I'm just so excited. I'm in the book. Andrea's in the book. Traylyn is in the book. You know Traylyn Ussery, our friend who's been on a couple of times, and she's also the one we always talk about making her movie. She's in the book. So, oh my goodness, it is just amazing. And we already know that this is going to be an international bestseller because there are people in the book from all over the world.
All over.
Nice.
There's older people, young people, white people, Black people, Hispanic. It's just an amazing compilation. I am like over the moon excited about it. And I can't wait till I am able to order some of the books, but that'll be towards the end of the month. But if you would like your copy of your book, I can be reached at vehenderson0818@gmail.com. Elder, how would you like them to contact you?
Speak Life with Andrea at gmail.com.
All right. All right. And we will send you the link so you can get your payment in and get your books. I'm just excited. Joy 365. So you're going to be hearing about Joy 365
for
for the rest of this year.
365 days a year.
And now, Elder, they're having a meet and greet in Maryland.
Yes, in March.
In March about the book. So I don't know if you wanted to go. Maybe we could talk about if you wanted to go together, or we could do something here together to have a book launch.
Mm-hmm.
That would be fun.
Yeah, how about that? And I think that sounds better to me because then I could get my money, invested in the books. You know what I mean? Instead of traveling, and we could be, available to our local audience here. So let's talk about that.
We shall discuss that.
Yes.
All right.
Joy 365. Oh, one more thing. I had my first payment of my order for a book and the bundle. And I was so excited.
Awesome. That's a good weekend review. That's also my weekend review, folks. So
See, now you have to personalize it.
After that.
That's not the way it works. You have to personalize it.
Thank you.
Yes.
What about you, Ruth? What's been on with you this week?
Well, obviously, I'm not in my usual spot. I'm actually down in Florida, hanging out with my daughter.
All right.
Yep. Sunny, cold, wintry Florida. I thought it'd be a little warmer than North Carolina. The only difference is we're not having any frost or anything in the morning. And it's not bad. I mean, any day that you're near the beach is fun. So just enjoying that. Her neighbor is a chef. Whatever he's cooking smells really good right now. So I'm enjoying that. I'm going to be here for a week total and just chilling and relaxing.
Good for you. So when are you going to be coming back?
Wednesday.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you just.
So you on vacation? You on vacation, or you working?
No. Well, I was here to help her because she had like dental surgery. But she was my one child who always had a high threshold of pain. So she's fine.
Great.
So just hanging out and meeting her friends and eating and running by the beach and stuff like that. So, yes, it is vacation.
Suck it now.
Yeah, it started off as mommy duty, but now it's just vacation. So
okay.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah, so that's my week.
Well, for me, we were just talking about it before we came on the air. We have been sharing our manuscripts from the NaNoWriMo Challenge.
Mm-hmm.
So they are being reviewed. We are reviewing each other's work, and then we will go on from there, and we will keep you apprised of where we are in that process. So we're busy with that, and I am excited. I think I start on Victoria's book next, and we'll keep you posted. We're gonna let you know what's going on and what's happening.
I don't have The Writer Within. Did you send that one out?
No, I didn't send that one out. Oh no, no, not yet. That one's not. I don't have an issue with that one. No.
Oh, okay.
Oh. So we missed something in there, Victoria.
Apparently we did.
That's going to be an offline conversation, I think. That's what that's.
I just noticed she has ours, but we don't have nothing to her. But that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
No. We were going to focus on you guys, and here's a spoiler alert. You guys wrote some really good stuff.
We were going to focus on you guys. That is not the way that sentence should have worked.
That was what I wrote in the email initially. I stand by that. I stand by that. I will pull it up. I will show you.
Okay.
Yeah, because you wrote the emails.
Right. Well, we had another interesting is the only word I want to use right now. Thing happen for our week in review. It was shocking for us. We wanted to share some things with you tonight so that you would know where we are and just fill you in. Sometimes it's good to hear from people and not just read things in text messages and on timelines. So, Victoria, we're going to let you go ahead and read this next part.
All right. It is with a sad heart that we announce the passing of our director, our leader, and owner of Streaming Inspirational Broadcasting Network, Alan Chaffins. It was confirmed that he transitioned on Friday, January the 12th. I know a lot of you have shows and stations within SIBN and are also part of the university. We ask that you be patient with us as we finalize things. All arrangements for Dr. Chaffins will be posted when we get the information. Let's take this time to honor the wonderful man and leader he was. And this is a statement that was posted under the Facebook page of the Streaming Inspirational Broadcasting Network. And tonight, y'all pray for us because it's a little hard, and you'll know I'm trying real hard not to cry. But each of us would like to share a memory or something we liked about him and learned from him. And for me, I'm going to say that Alan was an encourager to me. When I started living life victoriously, the very first show, I was so nervous. And I thought when I got on, Andrew was going to be there, my little backup, and of course, Alan. And to my surprise, Andrea never came on. So I was going, wait a minute, she just left me out here hanging to dry. And he was like that calming voice. Victoria, I didn't see him, but he was like behind the scenes. Victoria, you got this, you can do this. And he shared stories with me about strength, and we just had such a full conversation for the 30 minutes before the show about living life, listening for the voice of God. And it was so beautiful. I just got goosebumps now thinking about it. And each show he would just share some things with me and be encouragement, because I was just so nervous. And I know you guys don't think I get nervous, but I get nervous. And after that first show, when I went off, I just broke down crying, that I had actually gotten through that 35 to 40 minutes of doing my own show. And something that you guys probably don't know is that I don't like the sound of my own voice. I've never liked the sound of my voice in talking, speaking, recording. And so for God to be able to use something about myself that I didn't like now for his glory is an amazing thing. And Alan believed in me. I know that for sure, because he told me so. And he said to me, Victoria, you need to do this show every week, but I'm going to wait on you. You go ahead and get your little feet wet. He said, but before, I don't know when, but you will be doing this show every week. I believe in you. And so I thank God for allowing our paths to meet and for allowing me to be in the company of someone who was willing not only to impart his knowledge, but to encourage the God in me from the God in him. And it was just a beautiful thing. I will miss him more than I can tell anybody. That calm voice behind the scenes, it meant everything. And I didn't want to believe it when I heard it, but it is true. And so we must live life like he would have wanted us to. And that is to continuing to give God glory through SIBN. And that's what I will aim to do.
Awesome. Awesome. And Ruth?
I didn't get to work with him the way both of you did, but even for the time that we did get to share right before Authors Up went on the air. He loved corny jokes, and they were terrible. I cannot think of any right now. They were that bad. They were, yeah, I do remember one where I was the only one that got it, and you two just had this blank look on your
Yes,
face.
I remember
and
that.
it was just,
You had to explain it.
but he was so proud of himself and so proud of those jokes and so proud of his humor. It's when you hear somebody, and my husband does this, so I love it when I recognize it in other people, that when they laugh at their own jokes and they think that they're hilarious. I'm like, that is just you. There's a part of you that just doesn't care what other people think, that you're going to do
So
your own
tickled.
thing. Yeah. And it's just, he had that. I feel like he had that kind of spirit.
Mhm.
He's he was a comedic genius in his own eyes. And
Yes.
I appreciated that so much. I was actually looking forward to more jokes this year. So
Yeah.
I'm a little sad that we're not going to get that.
He's he would always, his favorite thing was, I think I could be a stand-up comedian, and we were like, no,
No, sir.
quit your day job. Don't even give that a thought. That is not a good place for you to be. But
I remember that joke he said about the ducks. We were talking, I don't know what we were talking about, but he came back with this duck joke. We were so tickled. We couldn't get ourselves together because right before we came on, I said, quack, quack. So tickled. Oh, goodness gracious. So,
things that we will always remember. And even when he talked about SIBN and said it was birthed in the frozen food section between
yes.
the corn or something like that.
Corn and the peas. The corn and the peas.
The corn and the peas. And that's how he got the idea about SIBN. SIBN was his baby.
Mhm.
And he really, I'm glad that there were things that he envisioned that had come to pass. One of those being the Internet Broadcast University, IBU. He was so proud of that and being able to get that off the ground. And when I think about it, one thing I think about with Alan, and you mentioned it, Victoria, about him being an encourager, learning things I learned from him. One of the things that I learned from him was, not to tell a bad joke, but aside from that, perseverance. I mean, everything didn't go right all the time. There were things that would happen. Networks would go out, storms would come, we couldn't get on our various shows and things like that. But he would never give up. And if I would come to him and say, Alan, I wanted to, we're going to talk about that. I don't want to get this there. But I think I want to do thus and so. And I'd explain it to him and he'd say, we can make it happen. And I'd think, yeah, but what's it going to take? How are we going to do? We can make it happen. and he just had that way about him, in just making you feel that whatever it was, if it was possible, and all things are possible with God, that it could happen. It could happen. And he proved that in the things that he did and allowed us to do. Lynn, who was co-host with me on When Life Speaks, had a memory. She said her favorite memory will be the first time she was on When Life Speaks as a co-host, and her artificial plant fell. After that, he would always ask where the plant was. Lynn was sitting there doing her thing, and all of a sudden, from the side, this plant just leaned right over behind her. And Alan thought that was, Lynn and I were like, oh my God, what is happening? And Alan thought that was the funniest thing in the world. So that'll give you an idea about what his humor was like and why he did it. Angie said was always available to help. That's right, Angie. Nothing was impossible where he was concerned. He took care of our guests. He took care of us. He was always, always, always there for us. And right now, I think if neither one of you have anything else to say right in here, we just want to take a few seconds of silence to remember our colleague and our friend, Dr. Alan D. Chaffins.
Okay.
We will take a deep breath, and we will move forward as he would want us to move forward. We'll keep going. We'll make him proud. We will bring the best in programming and guests and topics that we can possibly bring to his baby. We thank you, Alan, for everything you did for us, for loving us, for taking good care of us, and always being there for us. And we're going to continue. We're going to make some things happen. We're going to do some things that we never thought we could do. And it's because you have pushed us to a place where we have more purpose in this than we ever thought we could. And we are grateful, grateful, grateful. We thank you all for being with us tonight. We thank you for sharing this little tribute that we had, because we never, ever want to forget the life that he lived and the things that he did. We're grateful. And we thank you for being with us. We thank him for being with us. Noel, we thank you for being with us. It's a new voice that you all will hear from time to time. And we will say, like we always do, when I say we're going to continue like we always have. So Ruth, tell everybody where they can find us.
Well, you can find us on social media. We're on Instagram and Facebook. Just search for Authors Up Show. We are also on YouTube. We have podcasts, so you can download that from your favorite platform. Again, just look for Authors Up Show. We upload the shows every Wednesday, but if you prefer, you can catch us on Facebook every Saturday night at 7 p.m. for a replay. You can also email us at authorsup@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you.
All right. And as we always say, we hope this becomes one of your favorite places to be on Sunday evening. There are a lot of things that you could be doing, a lot of places you could be going, but you choose to share your Sunday evenings with us, and we are glad about it. But I will warn you, we've warned about this before. You never know what's going to happen on Authors Up.
Ain't
So,
that the truth?
come on back. Come back next week. We will be here at 7 p.m. on Sunday evening, and we may have a guest, or we may have a replay. Maybe just us. We don't know. So come on back. Join us. Take time. Make sure that you have a good week. So maybe when we share our weekend review, you can share yours too. That's all we have for the evening. Ladies, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being my co-host. Thank you for pushing and agreeing with Alan that we should go live. So
Amen.
we're glad that we've done it, and we just thank you for everything. We thank him. We thank God.
Yes.
Back next week, 7 p.m. for another edition of Authors Up.
Good night, Promise Girl.
Good night.